Why does it seem like the person that you are closest to is the one that you offend the most? There's this English saying where they say familiarity breeds contempt. In simple Nigerian parlance, I will simply put it as see finish. The fact that you live in the same house with this person day in, day out, you now know their strengths and weaknesses. You know practically everything about them, you know, from the absurd to, you know, things that are not in the public in the public domain. You know their deepest and personal issues. So it can have the tendency to make you look down on them, to rain at them, as Hausas we say, or to just not accord them the kind of respect. And this goes for both parties. So because of that, we need to be very, very mindful of our emotions in marriage and how we express them, how we display them, and how we act on these emotions. It is normal human behavior. We only need to be more conscious about it and to be more intentional about the way that we express our emotions. And the two reasons for this are, number one, because we interact more frequently than those we love. And so if you're asking yourself, why is it that the person or the people that I love most are the ones that I always have issues, you will find your answer in the fact that, number one, you interact with them more closely than other people. And then you have greater expectation from those that are closest to you. In the terms of interaction, I'll make an example with somebody that works, for instance. The kind of relationship you have with your work colleagues does not allow you to be able to have too many altercations, because you resume every day and then at the close of work, you go back to your house. You are not sleeping in that place. You are not habitating there for 365 days of a year. And so the tendency for you to always, you know, cross each other's paths and to annoy each other and to get on each other's nerves is reduced. I know, of course, that, you know, with every interaction, there will always be times of friction, but not as frequently as your spouse that you live together in the same house or with your children. So this is what we're saying, that the reason why it will seem as if you always have issues with those you love most is because, number one, you interact more frequently with them, and number two, that there are greater expectations. Many of us go into the marriage with the idea that, you know, now that I'm married, I will have the best companion that I ever had, the best friend that I ever had. My husband or my wife is going to be my confidant, is going to be my source of happiness, is going to be my this, is going to be we have so many expectations. We feel like they're going to fill up a huge gap in our lives, which to some extent is true, but sometimes is over ambitious of us. So things hurt us more because we feel that this person is supposed to know you, that you don't like a particular thing. We have expectations, so it hurts us when those expectations are not met. You feel like, but he knows, he's closest to me, he knows that, or she knows that this thing, it really gets on my nerves. Why should they keep on doing it? But it is to be expected in this kind of relationship. So a relationship is like a minefield. There are just so many things to touch, which make things explode. There are things that you will tell a friend, you will tell a colleague at work, you will tell somebody else, and they will just laugh over it. They will not even take it serious. But with your spouse, it may be sensitive, you may take it in another way, and things like that. Even touching the right things in the wrong way can still bring problems. We could all be saying, I love you, I miss you so much, and the next minute again, somebody makes a remark, and then it will hurt us so much. So these are the things we are saying, that the dynamics of marital and close relationship is just such that sometimes you can never know when you step on, when you touch on the wrong topic. And so we need to be very mindful of that. Our emotions are part of us. We cannot discard or rubbish our emotions or sweep them under the carpet, but we need to know how to express them and how to act on them.